Double Action Stallion here with the first episode of Double Action Science. Today, we're going to compare some velocities between revolvers and lever guns. So let's show you what we got over here. So today, we're working with 22 and 44. So kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, but it should be interesting. Get you a look at the guns here. And of course, these are all clear. But first gun we got is a Taurus 44 Magnum. 6-inch barrel on that. It's actually 6.5, but the ported section is not rifled. So it's a 6-inch barrel, essentially. This is my wife's gun. And guys, if you know a girl with a 44 Magnum, I'm going to tell you from experience, she's a keeper. So that's the 44 revolver we're working with. And the 44 lever gun, it's a 1892 replica. It's a Rossi 92. Legendary John Browning design. You know, just a cheap little replica here, but nice gun, cool gun, fun shooter. And this one has a 20-inch barrel, so 20-inch barrel on this. And the 22 revolver we're working with, another Taurus. This is a 6-inch barrel, 22 long rifle Taurus. Shout out to Big Bad John, the legend, for letting me borrow this today. Good little shooter here too. 6-inch barrel on that. And the 22 lever gun we're working with today. BL22. This is the gun that started off my enthusiasm for firearms. I love this gun. This is just a great gun. But 20-inch barrel on this. So both revolvers 6-inch barrel, both lever guns 20-inch barrel. So that's a big increase in barrel length. So of course you're going to get more velocity. But the other thing that factors into this, on revolvers, obviously there's a thin gap between the cylinder and the barrel on these things. Obviously, so the cylinder can rotate. It's called the cylinder gap, but there's an incredible amount of blast that comes out of that cylinder gap. And so that should factor in too. I mean, you're losing gas there. We'll see how much that factors in today, but yeah. So we're gonna get the chronograph set up, and we're gonna test all these different ammos. I've got some light loaded 44 specials, some cream puffs. I mean, these are light. We've got some factory 44 specials. Look at that, kind of a weird deal there. Some factory 44 specials. So I imagine these are going to be a little bit hotter. We've got some moderate magnums and some light magnums. Now, all the plated bullets here, these are all 240 grain. The factories, these are 210 grain. So 22 ammunition, we got some 22 shorts. Aw, isn't that cute? We got 22 shorts. Just some bulk Remington, some 36 grain, you know, your run-of-the-mill bulk ammo. And then we've got, these should be a little bit hotter, some CCI Stingers. I'm assuming these are a little higher velocity. We'll find out though. But yeah, so we've got a plethora of ammunition, 4 different guns. Let's see what it's all about. All right guys, starting off with some really light loaded 44 special. 240 grain bullet like I mentioned before, but these are cream puffs. Let's see what kind of velocity we're getting. 802, 765, and 761. Okay, now let's try it out of the 20-inch barrel, the lever gun. $940. 945. 938. So not that much of an increase, but definitely enough to matter. All right, let's move on to some factory loaded 44s. All right, guys, moving on to what I think should be a little bit hotter ammunition. These are factory Fiocchi 210 grain cowboy action loads. These are the only factory ammunition we'll be shooting out of the 44. The rest are just my hand loads. So yeah, let's see what these do. $798. 806. 781. Okay, Now let's see how they perform in the lever gun. $1,016. $1,017. $997. Okay, once again, not a substantial increase, but like I said, enough to matter. So let's move on to some magnums. All right, guys, moving on to the big boys, the magnums. These are moderate. These should be middle of the road magnums, nothing too crazy. Yeah, let's see what kind of velocities we're getting. $1,185. $1,161. And $1,143. Now, I'm suspecting we're going to see a much bigger jump of the velocities with these magnums versus the specials, but let's find out. $1,409. $1,430. $1,447. And I was proven right. A much bigger jump with the magnums versus the specials. Interesting. All right, let's load up some really hot ones and see what those are about. Okay, guys, now we're on to the big boys, the hot ones. Just some more of my hand loads. 240 grain plated Berry's bullet. This is actually a compressed load here. So the bullet is actually pushing down on the powder because there's so much powder here. And I'm not going to talk too much about how much powder and what kind I've got in here. I sort of want to stay away from that. But these are the real deal. So we should get some pretty high velocities out of these. Let's see. Starting with the Taurus again. $1,324. $1,363. And $1,301. Yeah, those are hot. Okay. Now I'm expecting to see, just like the last, I'm expecting to see a pretty big jump here. So let's see. $1,777, triple sevens. $1,796. $1,776. Those are thumpers out of that lever gun. That's a serious round right there. That's no joke. That 240 grain slug flying about 1,800 feet per second. That's no joke. Wow. Wow, so quite a big increase of that. So, okay, let's move on to the 22. All right, guys, moving on to 22. Just to show you, we're definitely on both ends of the spectrum here. That's a 44 Magnum, obviously. That's a 22 short. This is a little baby boy of a round. So, yeah, we're going to see if you gain any velocity with a lever gun. Okay, I'm really curious to see what these are. What kind of feet per second you get out of these shorts. 883. Okay. 935. 931. Okay. Let's try this beauty. 1,056. 1,119. 1,136. Okay, so a little bit of an increase. Let's try just some bulk 22. Okay, just some bulk 22 here. 36 grain Remington, nothing special. Let's see what it's running. $1,117. 848. Okay. 1,031. Wow, big fluctuation. That's factory ammo, obviously. Yeah, I guess that's what you get with cheap bulk ammo, but yeah, okay. Let's try it in the lever gun. See if we get some of the same results. $1,102. 1,178. 1,202. Okay, interesting. Let's move on to some stingers. Okay guys, moving on to the CCI stingers. On the box it says 1,640 feet per second. Let's see if that's true. $1,386. 1,358. 1,380. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if we get the 1,640 out of the lever gun. 1,613. Okay. 1,603. And 1,584. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right, guys, that concludes today's testing of lever gun velocity versus revolver velocity. Some interesting results. We'll get back to the house, crunch some numbers, and get some data for you. But I just want to take this opportunity to talk about the versatility of these lever guns and revolvers. I mean, how cool is it? The variety of ammo you can shoot out of one of these things is awesome. And you saw it today. And if you don't have a lever gun, if you don't have a revolver, you'd be a lot cooler if you did. I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? To tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off, you gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, Paul? Oh shit. He about got blasted.